Hello, everyone. I'm Sandy Anastasi, psychic channel, intuitive astrologer, and soul coach. And I'm here to talk about my tarot tip number 14. It's about addressing illness in your card reading. Folks, before we even get into the actual card combinations that I use in my readings to predict illnesses, often quite accurately, by the way, I need to address the elephant in the room. You are a tarot reader, not a doctor. You are not licensed to engage in any kind of medical diagnosis unless you have a medical license of some kind. Being a tarot reader, even a psychic, does not give you that authority. You can get into serious legal trouble offering a medical diagnosis, but even more importantly, if you offer an incorrect one and your client does or doesn't act on their health issue because of what you have told them, they can be severely harmed and you will feel guilty for a very long time. So, the most important thing that you should always tell your client before you offer any medical advice is that although you will tell them what you see in the cards, they should definitely see a medical doctor for confirmation. Your reading does not replace a medical evaluation. That said, here is how I see illnesses and health problems in the cards. Keep in mind that other tarot teachers and other tarot readers may have their own way of doing this that work well too. So keep an open mind and experiment until you find what works for you. For me, the suit of wands represents physical action and activity. So where there is illness, injury, or a health issue, there will always be some wands surrounding the person with the problem, who, if they're sick, will usually be inverted in the card spread. But by themselves, the wands only tell you that person has a lot of physical changes and issues going on. The inverted position of the card representing them only tells you that they have a problem or that they're unhappy. These cards don't necessarily relate to the person's physical body. So you see, I use the major arcanum tarot cards, Temperance, that one card, I use as my health indicator card. When it, as well as several wands, are present in the reading, especially near a court card representing the person in question, I know that person has a health issue. If the court card's right side up, the health issue might be in abeyance. If it's inverted, the health issue is active. They're unhappy. If temperance is upright, the health issue is under control. The person is currently healthy. If it's inverted, the health problem is active and the person is sick. The meanings of the surrounding wands can give a further insight, and their upright or inverted position can help to determine the severity of the problem. To determine what the actual health issue is, I look to the surrounding cards, and many of the minor arcana cards give greater definition to the health problem. Here's a quick list of those. And of course, there are some major arcana cards here too. The devil can indicate a chronic condition such as diabetes or cancer. Upright, it's active. Inverted, it might be in remission. The Knight of Wands can be, Nine of Wands can be a head injury or illness such as migraine or an illness or condition that keeps returning. Again, upright, there are headaches. Inverted, not so much. It's getting better or it's in remission. That Nine of Cups can also be a weight problem or an addiction or an allergy. The Three of Cups can be a drinking problem. The Four of Pentacles can be a weight problem too, or something that limits mobility. The Ten of Pentacles might be an inherited illness or condition. The Magician or the Ace of Wands can be a prostate or erectile dysfunction problem. The Seven or Nine of Pentacles can be something like poison ivy from being outdoors or working in the garden. The Chariot can be a car crash resulting in injury. The Ten of Swords often indicates surgery, and another card nearby will tell what the surgery is on, what it was for, and also if it was voluntary or not. The Moon indicates female problems or mental or emotional ones. Other nearby cards can help you to define that. The Knight of Cups indicates dehydration. The Ten of Wands is often a back issue. The Empress can be a problem with a pregnancy or with a mother figure. The Five of Wands indicates a head issue or injury, or sometimes the loss of a limb. The Eight of Swords is a problem with the eyes. The Three of Swords is usually a problem with the heart, with the blood, or with the circulation. I often see the Three of Pentacles as a team of doctors. Upright, they're doing a good job. Inverted could mean that it's time for a second or third opinion. The Seven of Cups can indicate that a true diagnosis is currently not available, either from the cards or the medical doctor. I always tell my students it's a good idea to take the time to learn these connections, because inevitably you will have a client who asks you about their own health or the health of a loved one. Just remember, all of this is only intended as a guide. You must always tell the client that you are not a medical doctor and that they need to see the doctor for a proper diagnosis. Let me leave you on this note. Using this method of health interpretation in the cards, I have been able to predict illnesses accurately and have actually been able to save a few lives. My favorite story was when my long-term client, Mr. Campbell, who was 95 at the time, called me from the hospital to let me know that he was all right and had narrowly averted death. He called to thank me. 6 months earlier, I had told him that if he felt any pain in his arms or chest, he needed to immediately drive himself to the hospital and not to wait. I even told him it would be about 6 months from when I did his reading. Of course, I also told him to get his heart checked out, and that although I was not a doctor, in the cards I saw a possible problem with it. He did do that, but at that time, his heart checked out fine. I got the timing from the Celtic Cross spread that I was using. That's why I like that spread for timing. So keep enjoying your journey through the tarot. Maybe you can save a few lives too. And I'll be back with another tip very soon. Have a wonderful month and enjoy the tarot. Bye for now. I'm Sandy Anastasi. Visit my website at www.sandyanastasia.com.